Jeff Paur, senior writer for RealTime Fantasy Sports, and welcome to the RealTime Fantasy Sports Show. On today's show, I'm going to give you 5 waiver wire ads for Week 3 of the fantasy football season. Hopefully you had a lot of success in Week 2, won some games. I know it wasn't very high scoring this past week, but there were some big performances along the way. Hopefully those guys were on your team. And if you're looking for any waiver wire help this week, these are 5 guys I think that could help your team. My first option is Daniel Jones, quarterback of the New York Giants. So maybe the light has finally turned on for Jones. He has produced 2 really good games to start a season, and he did this against 2 good defensive teams, against the Broncos and Washington. I think that's a positive. He has 26 plus fantasy points each of his first 2 games. Remember, Jones is a dual threat. He can help you on the ground as well as in the air, so that really helps his fantasy floor. I think he has a pretty high floor on a weekly basis because of his ability to run the ball, and he's still available in 65% of leagues. I think he could help your team the rest of the way if you're looking for a spark at quarterback. My next option is Vikings receiver KJ Osborn. So he has 2 straight good weeks, Osborn. He made this list last week for me as well. He makes it for the 2nd straight week. He's emerging as a legit threat as the number 3 receiver for the Vikings. They're without Irv Smith, so that means they need somebody to fill that void at the number 3 option in the passing game. Osborn's done it very well, made some big plays to start the season. He's been targeted 15 times in 2 games. He has 12 catches on those 15 targets. Also made some big plays. He's out there in 91% of leagues still, so if you're looking for some depth at receiver, I think Osborn's worth a shot. I think he can keep it up the rest of the way. My next waiver wire option is Falcons running back Cordrea Patterson. So Patterson has been around the league a while, kind of bounced around, been ho-hum in most of his stops, but he's getting some weekly work as the top backup for Atlanta. He has 7 carries each of his first 2 games, 7 receptions as well. He caught 5 passes this last week, which was encouraging, got a little more work in the passing game. And I think if he keeps getting chances like that on a weekly basis, he might help fantasy teams maybe as a flex option. Plus, Mike Davis hasn't exactly run away with his opportunities to start right now, so that means Patterson might be getting more work going forward as well. I think he's a good speculative ad in a week that there's not many great options on the waiver wire. My next waiver wire ad is Cardinals rookie receiver Ronald Moore. So I think this might be the last week you can get more on your waivers. He is available in 51% of leagues, but I think that's going to be the last time you'll be able to grab him. So if he's out there and you're looking for receiver help, I'd go grab him now. He's been great for the Cardinals to start the year. He had 7 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown this last week, and he did this in a very crowded Cardinals receiver room. So I think that's really impressive that Moore is getting the work and the chances with so many great options on their team. Obviously, he's a top threat in the passing game, 68 plus yards each of his first 2 games. I think he has a chance to lead all rookie receivers in fantasy scoring this year. So again, if Moore's out there and you're looking for receiver help, this is going to be the last week you're going to be able to get him. So go grab him now. My last option on waivers this week is Colts tight end Jack Doyle. So Doyle has quickly emerged as a favorite target of Carson Wentz, the new starter in Indianapolis. He has 8 receptions this year, including 5 in week 2. Remember, he had a good big fantasy season a few years back, so he's more than capable of doing well in a featured role. And right now it looks like he's going to be getting a lot of targets as long as Wentz is his starting quarterback. So if you're looking for a tight end, it's a thin position. I think Doyle is worth grabbing. Okay, those are my 5 waiver wire ads for week 3 of the fantasy football season. Good luck navigating the waiver wire this week, and good luck in all of your week 3 games. This has been Jeff Paur for RealTime Fantasy Sports. Have a great day.